guess maybe let's try the vacant private school and see if we can lighten that bad boy up. A beautiful 2-story building right in the city center used to house a school with an eccentric curriculum, which is why it might require extra cleaning. But who knows what antique furniture might be found inside, including an atmospheric attic and an entrance to the rooftop. All right, here we are. Oop, that was a wee bit of lag. A pumpkin patch happening. Okay. Well, I guess let's start by gutting. I have no vision for this at the moment. Other than I think I want to brighten it up. If I remember right, it's pretty dark. What is my basin? Oh, this tree. I kind of like the little garden that's going on here. I don't really want to get rid of that. Oh no! From the other side, we'll have to replace that window since I just sold it. Oopies. Nope, I have to sell it. Alright. So during Halloween, I had plans, or I had a thought about turning this into a orphanage, a scary orphanage. I just did not get there. Poor house flipper. It's not its fault that I'm burnt out. And the thing is what I'm burnt out on with poor house flipper is all the bugs and things that go wrong. That is one way to kill my love for a game, is by being filled with problems. And that is what this game is. Problematic. I know she doesn't mean to be, but she is. Like, the more you play and the more bugs you encounter, the more frustrated I get. Black. It. Yeah. Have to do something about that ledge right there. Oh, a witch's hat. Oh, I just realized. Is this a take on Harry Potter? It totally is a take on Harry Potter. I see. They're gonna be a... Yep. A classroom. That's gonna take us outside, right? You guys might hate me for this. I was not a huge Harry Potter fan. I enjoyed the books for what they were. I liked the story being told. But I wasn't a huge, like, crazy fan. That said, though, it is really hard for me to be a crazy fan about anything. It's not in my personality to be a diehard fan on any particular make-believe world. Yeah, here we go. Rooms. I have never been one to fall in love with boy bands or even girl bands. I've never been one to put a musician on a pedestal or even a star on a pedestal. I've never had that. And little me had always thought maybe there was something broken about me because I remember all my friends just being in love with different movie stars. And I never was. I never had that. Like, I don't know. I know, I had quite a few high school friends that were really just, like, wanted me to be as crazy in love with different things as they were, and I could not be that. But I've just accepted about myself, that I was never one to put anybody on a pedestal or I think they were so grand. And don't get me wrong, there is, like, of course there's stars that I love and appreciate for who they are. Pascal is always a fun one, but I've never been one like, I've never really been particularly starstruck. David Boreanaz from, like, Buffy and Angel and let's see what else, Bones. He actually comes quite often up here to Minnesota. I believe he either owns or rents a property up on one of our picturesque lakes. And there is a restaurant, or a diner, I should say, that he swings by when he's up here fishing for during the summer. He comes through, and I've actually met him a few times, not like had long conversations with him, but I've seen him. But nor have I ever been one who's been like, oh, I want to go interrupt him. Just so I can that's not me. I'm like, people want to live their lives, and I 100% understand that he's up here to have a vacation. So I am cool with letting him, you know, eat his food in peace. And I believe he usually comes up with one of his, I think it's his son? I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, I actually knew I know one of the waitresses that works there. It's a family friend. And she swears he's very, very kind and tips well, which, you know, as someone who works in a service industry, that's all you need to know about a person, right? Is if they tip well. I know. We'll worry about that later. I have absolutely zero plans other than I wanted to make this a brighter, fun home than what it is. It's so dark. I had popped in here, if you had noticed, it wasn't in I had already sold it once. It's because I bought it and then started working on turning it into a orphanage. And I didn't like where it was going. One thing you guys have no idea on, because I never show it, I quite often will walk into a build with somewhat of a plan and I'll start working on it and then I hate it. And then I walk away from it. And I know that if I don't just sell it, I will never touch it. I just won't. And I'll use it as a procrastinator. Because I don't want to mess with it. That is the flaw with me. We're talking about flaws. What is that? Oh, it was a black cat figurine. I see. I wonder what these types of houses are called. Victorian style? Is that what that? I found the other thing too. I know I'm probably killing you guys for the ones that are huge fans of Harry Potter. I found the books very problematic. And the movie, very problematic. I just could not, like, the immersion for me was troublesome. And maybe because I know I've talked about it in the past, my biological father was a jerk. He had drug and alcohol addiction problems, and had a bad habit of taking it out on me and my biological mother. And so, anytime I see any films with child abuse or neglect, or even in books, it's really hard for me to immerse in them. I just don't. Maybe because it hits too close to home, where I'm like, ugh. So that could be why I've never particularly appreciated the story being told. Okay. Yeah, then I may re-put these. I'm gonna go look up images of classic Victorian homes. I want to do it justice, but I want it to be much brighter. It's so unwelcoming. But we also know my color palettes tend to be cream and white. So there's that. Of course I'm gonna hate it. I think, too, one of the things about House Flipper that gets to me is how they have sandbox mode and they have the story mode, and that they're separated. So for me, when I'm in sandbox mode and I am playing the community-made maps and I finish them, I feel very unsatisfied about the whole thing. Because the thing about story mode, when you finish and you sell it and you actually see the money that you get, there's a sense of accomplishment with that. And then, like, that money carries over, and there's, you know you made a difference. That's here, you don't have that, right? Because it doesn't carry over. I think I meant to sell that. I actually kind of wanted to keep that, but I guess it's fine. And it's getting dark. For the very short period of time where they did allow community houses to appear in story mode, I got really excited and I was like, yes. And it renewed, like, my imagination, and then it disappeared, and in a comment on one of the videos, I forget which one, Frozen District did swing by and say that they have no intention allowing community houses to be in store. It was only sandbox mode. Yeah. Disappointing, I tell ya. At least for me. But hey, on the other flip side, we do have the, I think, Dine-In DLC coming in a week or so. Question would that be an outside wall? Oh, there's. Is an outside. One down. In the place. Oh, and just also further killing you guys. I despise the Twilight stories. Hate them to every core of my being. I despise them. I thought that was and I guess the other thing is I only watched parts of the first one. I started probably the first. A really close friend who loved it wanted me to desperately watch it with her. And I think I got to like maybe the first 20 minutes. And I was like, this is the stupidest flippin' story I've ever read or watched. And much later, much later, I went to go read the books because a coworker was like, oh, I think you missed the point. The story, you know, of course, is in the books. And I am more of a reader than I am a watcher. So there's that. And so I relented because they were really upset that I didn't like it. And so I went to go, tried to read one of the books, and it was the stupidest thing ever. I hated it. I hated every second of it. And here's the thing. I love to read. I read a lot. My love for reading wars just as much with my love of gaming. And I read a lot. Now, my favorite genres tend to be romance. But not just any romance. I like them naughty ones. So, reading about vampires and werewolves and that kind of thing, I read a lot of those. But what Twilight represented was just pure stupidity. So couldn't get into it, hated it, much to my friend's dismay. And I will stand by it that that was a stalker. That was abuse and manipulation and gaslighting at its core. I'm just gonna do a single bed. I don't care. It's just gonna be any bed. I just want to sleep until morning, please. Oh, I didn't really want to sell those. I kind of like them. I just want to change the color of them, but you know, I'm sorry for anyone who enjoys the books and the movies. I just personally didn't, but I respect that you do. As long as you respect that I don't. And the thing is I will stand by any make-believe world that gives you a bit of an escapism and lets your imagination go elsewhere. You know what? If it lets you do that and you enjoy it, then it did its job, right? It did what it was supposed to, and I can respect that. Just for me, I could not engage. But as I was saying earlier, with the way that I grew up with an abusive father, and books were my pure escapism. That was how I survived. But also, I didn't spend a lot of time in that kind of situation. It was only until I was about 11. And when I was younger, it wasn't a huge amount of my time either, because he was in the military. And a lot of the problems that came from how he was because of the military, his experience in the military. Left him a mess. And then my biological mother became ill, and I was adopted by a very nice family who had raised me, and they loved me quite a bit. So, or I should say, they loved me, not loved. No, they're still alive, and we're very much part of each other's lives. And quite often when I'm talking about my parents, I usually am talking about them. There is that. Okay, let's get rid of that as well. Now that I went much realer than how did I even get onto this? Oh, Harry Potter. That's why, because this is the Harry Potter world. 50 Shades of Grey, too, was another one that was very problematic for me as well. And the reason why I think of 50 Shades of Grey is apparently the author of 50 Shades of Grey was originally writing fanfic because of Twilight. That's how 50 Shades of Grey came to be about. Okay. And You, sir, we're supposed to go down the stairs. Thank you. Myself. I was liking them, but a bit of a problem. I'm fine with the beams being there. I just realized I'm gonna sell these, and if I want them back, I'm gonna have to place them hand by hand. I hate myself, don't I? I mean, we all know I'm not going to, but I could do an outer wall of them. I really should go Google some images. Get a game plan going. The other thing that I was trying to bring to you guys, and I gave up for now anyway, was last week I was also trying to do a pizzeria, and I didn't like anything that I started, so I gave up. And it was like, If you ever see like their weeks go by, I swear to you, I do play this game at least 3 times a week. But I stop because I get an idea and I'm like, all right, I'll run in and try it. And then I'll work on it for about an hour and I'm like, I hate it. Because something small, like something very, very tiny goes wrong or it doesn't work the way that I pictured. And I'm like, I hate it. So then I walk out of the house and close the game down. And then I delete the footage. Okay. Done. These, I forget what they're called, but they lower or they shrink the room so much. I have to go super crazy in cleaning this because I'm gonna paint. I'll get rid of most of the dirt. My only thing is painting or tiling to get rid of dirt. It makes me twitch because that's not how it works in real life. So, like, part of me wants to just make sure it's clean before I start. Do I? Yeah, okay. Built there. That. One of my favorite building styles is Victorian, if I'm being honest. I really like the look of it. And back when I played Minecraft, I built a lot of Victorian style houses. Oh, Minecraft. Every once in a while I'll get an itching to play it because it will come up on my like TikTok or whatever. And it's usually, when it's on my TikTok, it's usually a parkour type of video that's paired with some kind of weird audio. Like they're reading something from Reddit, which is so weird to me and I hate it. But when I see it, part of me like gets a little bit nostalgic for Minecraft. I played a lot of Minecraft. I played a lot of Skyblock. I don't know if you're familiar with that style where it's usually a server and you start with like a tiny little island and the whole point is to use resources provided to you through the Skyblock to grow out your island and then make an income, like a cycle of growing out your island and whatever. I really liked it. And I really liked it when you first start off and you have to like figure out how to grow your island out. And there's a part of me that really wants to turn it into a series for YouTube. But it's a time sink, and heaven knows I already have tons of other games to play. Plus, Minecraft worlds are so toxic. It is so bad. And it's really hard to be an adult on a Minecraft server because it can be mean. The worst I've ever had my feelings hurt to like I've actually cried was on Minecraft as an adult. So I'm like, do I want to put myself through that? Not particularly. Okay, so instinct says, and even in the main, when we did this, the story mode of the, or the job mode of this was a kitchen slash dining room. Then this was turned into a bedroom, but also could be an office if we're. And oh, something back there. I can't turn it into a. And this being a bathroom can stay a bathroom. And then that's a little half bath. And this would most likely be a bedroom. Turn it into a closet. And this can be a bedroom into something. And then attic. Quite sure what I want to do with this part. Nice big windows. Turn this. Alright. Okay, I'll be right back to you guys. There'll be nothing, but I'm gonna go Google some images and take a look at a bright Victorian style interior. Okay, I Googled some images and I think I have an idea of what I want to do. Alright. Think. Okay, and you I forgot how to play. 10 seconds. Alright. I'm thinking. I do kind of like these here. I think they're a good accent, but we're gonna remove them for now. I am gonna get rid of these. I just trapped myself. Would have been funny. Oh, that's a problem right there, right? I do like of this. I'm not planning on changing the exterior. I actually really like the look of that. You mess me up. Game. Do I want to do anything about this middle section? Yeah, I do. You're right. I really should. Oh, safe. An invisible wall. There is. Okay. I had to know. What is with the weirdness? Like, sudden changes in brick and whatever. Someone got confused halfway through? Well, it's supposed to be this brick. There. Seriously, why is that suddenly purple? Is that my imagination? Like, seriously? It is a different color. Weird. Weird. Okay. And then... I'm fine with that, but I'm not fine with that, so... that. Done there. I may or may not sell those. I'm not sure yet. I sort of want to do like a, instead of tables, I kind of want to do a sitting area with nice cozy chairs, but I don't know. We'll think about it. Those are fine, but we're going to get rid of this. Here we go. And this pole here is here because this is the perfect place to separate. That wasn't what I meant to do. Okay, thank you. I probably want to bring it higher. Why are they? That later. I'm just gonna say the same. I am gonna put a fireplace there. Doors, though. I want to turn this into an office. Library. Office/library. Living room is gonna stay. Gonna stay as a bathroom. Dining room. Kitchen. Utility closet down there. Right. Half bath is gonna stay. Bedroom. Bedroom. I may add a closet towards the back. I'm undecided. I mean, they're really big rooms. They probably should have a closet. And I want to turn that into a bedroom for sure. Don't know what I'm going to do out here, though. haven't committed to anything. What should I do about up here? Any ideas? No? The way it looks. Alright, I think I'll leave you guys here for now, and I will be back with another episode while we start actually painting and doing all that fun stuff. Thanks for keeping me company.